Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Subject Crypto. I am your host, Ethan, and today we got a lot to talk about. And by that, I mean I'm going to be home for a while, and I'm going to be making a lot of these videos because my job closed today, and that's pretty fun. That is a pretty fun situation. Sarcastic, of course. It's horrible for most people. My hearts go out to everybody who's affected by this. But I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. Subscribe, follow, like, comment. All those are things you can do. Helps me out, helps you out, helps everybody out. So, enough being said. Whoa. I like when I click on the wrong things. Bitcoin price action, that's what we talking about, baby. Now, in the short term, we're kind of setting up like a nice little ascending triangle. That's the main pattern I'm seeing right now. In long terms, we can see more of a drawn out pattern. This is my secondary prediction, is that if these don't quite get up into this top range, then we might start seeing a down extension, if you will. We'll have an extended simulation where no one's going to be winning. The bears and the bulls will essentially be at war up until the future. I don't really have a time period on this, but it could go on for quite a while. In more bullish news, we could be perfectly inside this and get a breakout, in a week or so. Or 2 weeks, depending on how it plays out and how long the tail would go on for. We had our golden cross today, which is the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. In this instance, they touched. I heard they crossed. Someone told me they crossed, but that is a solid touch, since we don't have another daily candle in. So yes, things are looking interesting. Be safe out there. That's all I have to say about that. Other indicators I'm looking at, RSI, still looking good. We might have another cross in here. It is very possible. So we are definitely at a very important time in crypto. We also have a little squeeze mom in here, if you could see it. We setting up for another hump, potentially, or a little dip into the red, which would be setting up for like another little touch along this support line I drew here, potentially, and filling out the rest of this triangle. These are all things I'm watching, just letting you guys know. I love it. In terms of, let's look at tensor charts here. I didn't plan on this, but we're going to look at it. I love it. These things look crazy. Minimum volume. Yep, that's a tensor chart. Showing orders, basically interest in $10,000 range, and potentially down here back to 9,000, which would put us back into our, let's find the level here. Let's put us into a smaller wedge, kind of. Ooh, that kind of lines up also. I didn't really think about this. This also lines up with this. Interesting. But anyways, news. That was bright. That was a bright transition. Vitalik, the man with the most Chad name out there other than Chad, the founder of Ethereum, for those who don't know, recently came out with a public statement that I agree with in terms of joining together law and technology. They should be allies. I agree with you, Vitalik. He goes on to say basically that they could work perfectly hand in hand, given the opportunity. But slow movements in regulation and through Congress in the United States case, they're slow and they are grinding currently. They're not working together, and this is true. But people don't understand. The higher ups don't understand, and what they don't understand, we're gonna have to look at this guy while I talk. And not McAfee. Don't look at McAfee. Trust is a big issue in terms of what to do with law and stuff like that. And I think another thing it would be great to help with blockchain could solve is voting. Voting could be an online thing, especially here with coronavirus. People aren't going to want to go to the polls, but you could really protect voter fraud with blockchain. And so these are kind of the things that he talks about, is that legal support could go along with the blockchain network, which is true. And I'm glad he publicly came out with this. I'll leave a link in the description if you want more information on that. Going on to more positive news, Binance froze funds linked to 49 million breach in the Upbit crypto exchange. I'm not going to read the rest of that. I know you guys can read. But essentially, Binance, the CEO, CZ, tweeted out recently that they successfully froze funds linked to the Upbit hack and also returned to them just a half hour later. Leave me alone, buddy. So, in case you didn't know, $49 million in Bitcoin and other assets such as Ethereum were stolen. And Twitter bot, oh, I forgot this is important, whale alert, warned Binance. So that's pretty cool. It's the crypto community coming together to get these trash people out of the community. Get out of here, Kenny. It's my cat, sorry. So yeah, we got to get these trash people out of the community. Got to get them out. Scammers, no good. And basically goes on to say that gone are the days when hackers could simply walk off into the sunset with their loot. And that is a very pirate way of saying, be gone. We're on to you. So, Binance, being vigilant in our ecosystem. I'm not entirely sure if I agree with them in other things, but I love what they're doing here. These are the kind of things. And also the article goes on to say that other exchanges also kind of participate in this behavior. So going forward, hackers are going to have a tough time cashing out what they stole. And that's amazing. The last point that I'm going to touch upon here briefly is the stimulus package. Just results to you if you are in the United States, then this will apply. I'm not sure what I said earlier, but that's what I meant. Okay, so Congress and the House just passed a bill for another stimulus check. Also included is $200 billion in hazard pay. These things pop up all the time. All right. Everything's fine. Don't freak out. $200 billion in hazard pay for essential workers. That's amazing. 6 more months of COVID unemployment payments and housing and food for postal service, etc. I wonder if they're just talking about other government positions, but you can check out more. Just go to Forbes. I'm going to put all these articles in the description so everybody can see them out. But basically, it passed in the House. It's going on to the Senate. Mitch McConnell says it'll probably go through with some negotiation. But who knows? But it's on its way, potentially. According to Forbes here, it's going to be exactly the same requirements. So $1,200, and I think what they did change was the amount in which, right, the amount that you earned is less than the last time. So apparently people who made the $90,000 are doing fine, and they lowered it to $75,000. But other than that, we might be in check for another check. This does worry me a little bit about how easy it is going to be going forward to just let the government print money when they need it. And that's why I'm here. That's why we're all here. Because we're worried about our money. What a time. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for today. Love you guys all for sticking around this long. I'm going to go to bed. This has been Subject Crypto, and I am your host, Ethan. Signing off. Follow me. I know you want to. Goodbye, everyone.